Alright, so we're in the security room and we have to look around quickly. We don't want to get caught. And I don't want to click on done exploring like I did last time and accidentally exit. So, some sort of recording device. I assume it stores footage from the security cameras. We know that much. Looks like another phone.
Yes, we know this.
We got some, those are the stairs leading to the basement. Looks like the coast is clear for now. But it could be back any minute. Stairs, downstairs hallway, the kitchen, not much going on. The basement.
So wouldn't he have seen us in there then?
You would think, unless he was doing something else.
Oh, is the screen
Might have been
below
distracted
something
somehow.
he's doing?
What?
The screen below this one?
Oh, maybe. Let's see. A bunch of computer files. They're probably important. But we're not going to be able to read them, I guess. Oh well. Bunch of lines of code. I can't understand any of it. Mr. Otten's collection of expensive things that break easily.
Nice way to put it.
A luxurious looking bedroom. I'm a bit envious. All I get is a couch in Aki's apartment. The main entrance. The road that leads to this house. There are a bunch of trees outside. Someone's bedroom, I think. Looks nice and large. Probably Liam's. A map of the first floor. I've been in all the rooms. The basement. A map of the second floor. Can I use the computer? No. Computer mouse. An office chair. Is there anything I can do? Okay, here we go. I kneel beside the computer to inspect it. It looks like it was custom built, but there's nothing suspicious about it. As I stand, I notice a yellow bit of cardboard sandwiched between the computer and the glass desk. What's this? I pull it out gently. It's a folder stuffed with papers. This looks promising.
Con, Naoki, we're out of time. Get out of there!
I roll up the papers quickly and stuff them under my shirt. Naoki and I make a mad dash for the door. We burst out into the hallway, shut the door quickly behind us, then attempt a casual walk back into the lobby. The casual walk turns out to be more of a pitiful swagger. I wish I could see that. But thankfully, there's no one in the lobby to see us. After a few minutes, Aki joins us.
So, find anything?
I show her and Naoki the papers I discovered.
These numbers are pretty recent. I see a lot of references to other companies, but I'm not sure what they mean.
Likewise. Aki and Naoki both furrow their brows in concentration as they examine the papers. Despite their wildly different personalities, they still reflect each other's actions. Finally, Aki sighs and hands the papers back to me.
I've got nothing.
I take the pages back from her and roll them up again. Maybe someone else can tell me what they mean. I guess I don't have anything more to say right now.
That's cool. We'll talk later.
Cool stuff. Alright. Yeah, we'll visit Gersi, see how he's doing. Even if we really don't have much to say to him. Should we tell him about the papers, or will he try to confiscate them from us? I wonder.
But even if he does, he should say something.
I'll save just in case. I mean, he is an officer of the law. He might not like us snooping where we're not supposed to. I found a bunch of these papers in the basement. Any idea what they're about? Detective Gersi takes the sheets from me and pages through them carefully. With each page he reads, his eyes widen.
He was told to destroy all of this.
Oh. What? What is it?
Old research, very old research that certain people in the government want to pretend never happened.
I see, and you know about it? How do you know this?
It's a long story, kid.
It's not like I have anywhere to be. He sighs.
Let's put it this way. A few years ago, I stumbled upon a lot of things I wasn't supposed to.
Really?
Specifically, an old experiment that William Otten was involved with. I got in a lot of trouble for what I saw. I was supposed to be erased from the system entirely.
What?
But I was given a second chance. Transfer to Edgewater and stop the twins who were running around the city causing trouble.
Erased from the system entirely? What does that mean exactly?
What is this whole sentence is just strange.
Is he Agent Smith from The Matrix?
They figured if they stuck me here, I'd be out of the way and I'd have my hands full with the twins. I don't think they expected me to catch them so soon.
So you're the one who caught Aki and Naoki?
I was Aki's arresting officer, yes. We technically never caught Naoki.
I see. He got away? I'm having trouble thinking of Naoki as the sort of guy who would run away from the law for very long.
Aki went down fighting so that he could escape. We spent 3 days looking for him.
Well, he's
and
right
not a
there.
thing. Then, less than an hour after she cut a deal, he showed up on our doorstep to turn himself in. Like magic.
Well, I wonder how he knew that.
Mm-hmm.
He scowls.
Part of me suspects that she planned it all in advance.
Well, I guess that's it then. Never mind.
Try not to get into too much trouble.
We'll do our best.
But I wanted to know more.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
Kansei, right?
Liam approaches me as I enter the hallway. Yeah, what's up? He runs his fingers through his hair and yawns.
Just wondering if you were on good terms with that police dude.
Somewhat good terms, maybe. Well, not really, I guess. I wouldn't really say that I am.
Huh. Well, that sucks.
He shoves his hand in his pockets.
I told him I wanted to go, and he was all like, I can't leave because Uncle is something or other.
He's
What?
dead? Or did he not know that? Did they
How
not
would he
tell
not
him?
know?
Dead, you mean? Liam stares at me as if I've just placed an octopus atop my head.
Hehe, that's silly.
What are you talking about?
So I guess he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Rotten is dead. He just died. Did Aki even tell him any of this when she was speaking with him? Liam's eyes dilate as he processes my statement.
Wait, so that means...
His eyes light up as a self-satisfied smirk spreads across his face.
Well, there's irony for you.
What's so ironic about it?
Oh, come on. What isn't ironic about it?
Is this like the Alanis Morissette definition of ironic? Because I'm not getting it.
The man makes artificial hearts for a living, but his own ticker fails on him?
Why did you assume it was a heart attack?
Yeah, that's true.
I purse my lips and attempt to keep my voice calm. You don't seem that cut up about it.
Why should I be? He was due for it soon enough with the way he was drinking. A heart attack, right?
Drinking leads to a heart attack?
I don't know, I guess. It could?
Can lead to like liver failure, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really know that much about drinking, but whatever. Should I tell him it looks like it was murder?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell him.
I wonder if I'd get in trouble for punching this guy in the face.
Who would tell? Nah, it's fine.
I'm not totally certain. What do you think?
Let's just tell him.
No, it looks more like he was murdered. Again, Liam takes a few seconds to process my statement. When it finally registers, his face twists into an expression of fear.
Murdered?
Oh no, now we've panicked him.
Oh, sorry.
We've panked him.
Oh no,
Liam
not
begins
Pink.
pacing back and forth, muttering to himself under his breath as he does.
No, definitely no. She said I had more time. Why?
She?
What?
Was he in on this with someone? But he didn't expect it to go this way. He finally turns back to me and grabs my shoulders.
Are you sure it was murder?
Well, we won't be able to say for sure until the autopsy. But yeah, pretty sure.
No. This is not good. Not good. Not good.
Well, settle down and tell me exactly what you know. He glances back and forth as if he's expecting to see something leap out of the shadows and take him.
I need to think.
Well, he obviously knows something. Oh, great.
Oh.
He dashes off down the hallway. Liam, wait. I take off after him and arrive in the main entrance just in time to see him race up the stairs. I follow him up the steps, but he's already disappeared by the time I get there.
Where is he?
Is there another room? No. Never mind, I don't want to, travel. Ugh. Did you see him, Gersi?
Nope.
No. Well, never
All
mind
right.
then. Maybe I can ask, now Aki about it. No, I can't ask her.
What the heck?
That's cool. We'll talk.
But I could ask... Which room was she in? Oh, I didn't want to explore. Was she in this one or that one?
Which one?
Lee May.
Lee May? That one, I think.
This
the
one?
far one, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Let's talk to her. What?
Damn it.
Oh, I want to ask about Liam. Because he's alone now, so he should be able to read his mind.
I guess not.
I'll talk to you later. She nods. That's disappointing.
So what are we supposed to be doing now?
I guess I could go talk to some of the other people again. This is where, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we have a bunch of options here. I guess we'll just go through them all, huh?
Yep.
Does anyone in your family suffer from any kind of medical condition? Sophia places her hands on her hips and gives me a sharp glare.
Has someone been talking about my husband?
Oh. I feel like we have to say that someone told us because, like, why would we just randomly ask?
I guess so, but why is Liam the option?
I don't know.
Whatever. Liam told me about him.
That boy.
Yeah, that boy. Sophia's expression tightens for a brief moment, but it doesn't take long for her to regain her composure.
Yes, my husband's heart is failing, and Autumn Engineering is the only company with the technology to keep him alive. Mr. Autumn allowed my husband preferential treatment in exchange for my services. I may not receive a paycheck, but I value my husband's well-being even more.
So it's confirmed.
Yep.
She clasps her hands together and straightens her back.
Now please do not pry any further into my private life.
Sorry, Sophia. Should I tell her about the papers? No, that's what has, the experiments. Does she not? I don't know if she would care about the experiments, I guess I'll ask her about it. I just hope I don't get into trouble.
Those are some of his ledgers from one of his smaller companies.
Really? I didn't know he owned other companies.
Well, he's bought most of them up under various names or through organizations that he heads.
Yeah, that makes sense. Meaning
that his ownership of these companies is not readily evident.
So he owns them in secret.
Yes.
Why?
Many of these companies are financial institutions. His ownership of them could be seen as a conflict of interest with his business decisions at Autumn Engineering.
Sure, why not? Can you think of any reason why anyone would want to kill Mr. Autumn?
Sadly, I could name several.
Oh.
Yeah, I could tell already.
Mr. Alton wasn't a very popular man in the business world. His most recent project stepped on a lot of toes.
Seems like he just did that in general.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be?
Organ replication.
What?
Autumn Engineering is concerned mostly with mechanical organs like artificial hearts or lungs. But lately, Mr. Autumn has been trying to find a way to grow organs from living tissue.
I see.
The process involves taking a tissue sample from the patient and using it to recreate the organ they need replaced.
And why was that a highly controversial issue?
It ensures compatibility, and it allows for replacement of things impossible to substitute with mechanics, for instance, bone marrow.
Okay.
The end goal was to be able to recreate any and all parts of the human body when necessary.
That sounds pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Well, under certain circumstances it is. Of course, technicalities aside, the ethics of such research. Well, there were the obvious protests, demonstrations, and death threats.
Hang on, why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't think it was important.
No, not in the slightest, huh? Are you kidding? He received death threats and now he's dead. You seriously don't see the connection?
But none of them seemed like serious concerns. Besides, Mr. Alton received death threats for lots of his work. I didn't think this would be any different.
Oh, really? Why would people threaten to kill him?
He saved a lot of lives with his work, but people have died because of him too. Once in a while, one of the organs built by Autumn Engineering malfunctions and someone dies as a result.
Well, I think that's bound to happen with anything, really, that there's going to be a certain
Yeah.
percentage of failure.
It's not a common occurrence by any means, but they are tragic, and Mr. Autumn often receives the full hatred of the victim's family.
I would expect that, though.
And that's not
And
his
of course,
fault.
it's very expensive to get a replacement organ. People have gone into debt over them, and that brings about much hatred as well.
It's starting to become more evident why Mr. Autumn doesn't like living around people. If that many people hated me, I'd probably lock myself up too. You'd think that with all the lives he saved, people wouldn't hate him so much.
It's really not as simple as that. It's possible to do good things with bad intention.
Oh, really now? Whoa, she looks angry. I thought she was really distraught about Mr. Autumn's death, but looking at her now, she definitely seems to be harboring anger towards him.
I'm sorry, I really don't know much more than this. The only thing I know about his work is what I wrote for his press releases. I know he kept copies of all of his research, but I'm afraid I wouldn't know where to look.
Well, I may have a few copies of some of the things myself.
In the basement?
Huh. Alright. Was Mr. Otten planning to cut Liam from his will?
He was. Liam's actions were very costly in terms of both money and public image. Mr. Otten wanted to punish him for his cavalier attitude.
So he really was dogfighting.
I guess.
That's just strange.
Dogfighting a few months ago, that was the last straw. Last week, Mr. Otten informed Liam that he would no longer be inheriting anything.
Interesting.
And how did Liam take that?
He was furious, naturally. He called Mr. Otten a selfish and greedy old man, and he said that he'd make him regret his decision. Mr. Otten never got around to doing it. A lawyer was scheduled to visit next week. As it
Of
stands,
course.
all of Mr. Otten's fortune now belongs to Liam.
How convenient for Liam. But it seems like it'd be too easy to just say it was Liam.
Exactly.
It seems such an obvious choice.
It does.
And his reaction seems like he was planning to have him killed, but it shouldn't have happened at this point.
And it was with a female.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. Killing someone seems like a good way to get revenge, although I don't think Mr. Otten regrets much now that he's dead. Still, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Did anyone buy some cognac for Mr. Otten recently?
That's an odd question. Is there any reason you want to know?
Oops, good question. What should I tell her? What was it?
Why do we want to know?
Should I tell her the reason why?
Sure, why not?
Because I'm guessing one of these persons have to be the murderer, and I don't want to tell them.
Oh, I guess.
But would it be her? There's a good chance she's the one that gave it to him.
She probably did give it to him, but I feel like she wouldn't gain anything from killing him.
I don't think so. It can't just be petty revenge unless there's something more to it. I guess we'll tell her. We think it might be related to the murderer.
Are you sure?
Aw.
Surprise registers on Sophia's face for a brief moment.
Well... You don't think his cognac was poisoned, do you?
What? Well, it certainly looks that way. The symptoms are all consistent. The pale skin, the sweating.
If he were poisoned, what kind of poison are we talking about?
What do you mean? Sophia paces back and forth on the floor, speaking rapidly under her breath.
Why didn't I remember until now?
What?
She berates herself. Sophia spins around to face me again.
This poison we're talking about, is it a sort of clear, oily liquid?
I don't know what it looks like. Sophia, do you know what it is? She hurries to the cupboard and pulls out a white linen napkin.
I just hope it's still here.
She pulls out a plastic bin from underneath the sink. The recycling logo is painted on the side. With a napkin wrapped around her hand, she picks carefully through the pile of bottles and cans until she finds what she's looking for.
Here.
Okay. She holds up a simple plastic water bottle. It's empty save for a few drops of water sloshing around the bottom. What is it?
I found this in the incinerator yesterday. We burn our garbage daily. I pulled it out because it belongs in the recycling.
Okay.
When I picked it up, I got some of the contents on my hands. It's not water. The texture is more like oil.
Well, that is strange. But what makes you think it's the poison?
Because I felt ill all yesterday after I touched it. The same exact symptoms you spoke of.
Oh
What if
no.
it's the poison? What if the killer tried to throw it away?
But it's just a water bottle you happen to find. You may have been sick for some other reason.
No one in this house puts recycling in the incinerator. Mr. Otten has very strict rules, and we've always followed them.
We are a very green household.
This is the only time I've ever seen something out of place. Please, just look at it.
All right.
But what is my looking at it gonna do?
I take the wrapped bottle from her, being careful not to touch the plastic. It looks innocent enough, but if she's right, then there's only one person who could have poisoned Mr. Otten.
Who?
Let's take this to Detective Gersi.
Why is it only one person?
Sophia nods in agreement. The two of us hurry down the hall and into the main lobby where we find Detective Gersi and Aki talking with each other.
Whoa, you two look like you're in a hurry.
Yeah, I think we have our key piece of evidence. Alright, so we have our key evidence right now, but before we present it to them, I think we're gonna save here and hold off for the next episode.
That sounds appropriate.
So until then, take care.
Bye.